He played for Dynamos as well as the Warriors. He moved to Switzerland and later to the United States of America. Yes, I'm talking about Vitalis Digital Takawira right here on Living Legends at a time where COVID-19, the deadly virus, has claimed thousands of lives. We certainly hope that by him coming to your screens will surely put a smile on your face. Proudly brought to you by Proton Bakers Crunchy Cookies. And Proton's message to you is that stay at home, stay safe, and let's all keep a social distance of at least 1 meter. And we will surely overcome this pandemic. I can see Vitalis has already joined me. Vitalis, good to see you.
Good to see you, Marcy. How are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you that side?
No, we are okay. We are trying to survive. As you know, we are in the war zone, so we are trying to survive.
We will surely overcome this, hey?
Hopefully, we will.
All right, you're on Living Legends, and thank you so much for joining me.
My pleasure. My pleasure. I'm happy to be here.
Nice. All right. So, just a brief background about digital.
Oh yeah. I was born in a family of six. Me being the second to my brother Claudia Ripai. Then my sister Veronica, who passed away a couple of years ago. Then my other brother Vincent. Then my other brother Clifford, and my youngest sister Beverly, who now resides in South Africa. Uh, Born and raised in Tomlinson at Depa, by Newlands. You know where Newlands? My father was a prison guard, at prison, Magadjiru. So I was born there, raised there. I went to prison high school, middle primary school. Then later moved on to Tomlinson Depot primary school. Then I moved on to we moved when my father retired. Actually, we moved to Glenville, stayed there a couple of years, about, I think 2 years. Then later on, we moved to Glenora C. That's where we reside right now. So
All right.
basically,
Nice. All right. I see. I know that you played for the mighty Dynamos. Tell me the experience when you were that side.
oh well, playing for Dynamos. I mean, it was one of the a lifetime experience for me, to play for Dynamos. I mean, what else can you expect? I mean, you play for the biggest club in the country. When I started the journey, you know, to my journey to play for the Dynamos. I mean, I have to say this: if it wasn't for my friend Simon Schumer, otherwise I wouldn't be where I am today. I would have not even played for Dynamos. But Simon Schumer is the one who took me to the Dynamos juniors. To So all I can say is, uh, it's a lifetime. It's a lifetime, to play for a club like Dynamos. The moment that I started playing for the first team, I said to myself, well, I've arrived now, you know. So it was something else that it will live in my memory, and I'll be, I can't even explain it. What else can you? I mean, can you know want to play for the biggest club in the country? It was a journey. It was a hell of a journey, which I enjoyed every moment of it, and I cherish it, you know, from now
All
since.
right. 5 times you were the top scorer of our local Premier League. Tell me about the experience.
It's something that I didn't even know until you mentioned that to me. It's one of the achievements that I would say, whoa, you know, like I said, nothing I have achieved that, and until you told me, it's something that it shows that one, I've been a regular, goal scorer, and it shows that I've been, every time I put on that jersey, the Dynamo jersey, it means business. So I'm what can I say? It's an achievement that I didn't even know, and I'm happy to have achieved that.
All right. So back then you played in the Reinhard Fabish coached famous Dream Team, which almost qualified for the 1994 World Cup. How was the experience at the national team back then?
Well, that's I can say that was a journey that I cherish every moment. Playing for the Reina Publish national team. I mean, representing your country, and every sportsman, you dream of representing your country. And like I said, when I joined Dynamos, when I said, "Oh, I've arrived," when I represented my country, it was another arrival again. I'm like, oh, I've arrived now. Now I have to take the game into it. I have to show people why am I the chosen one. So I was part of the team that I can tell you that we had everything. We had fun. We enjoyed every game. You know, if I've had people, you know, like when I read the news and when I had people talking and they said, hey, the dream team was good, but they never achieved anything. They didn't go to the Cup of Nations. They didn't go to the World Cup and this. But let me tell you, Mas, I wouldn't trade anything for that. You know, yeah, they can go to the after we didn't go to the Cup of Nations, but we had so much fun. I mean, we played the African giants, Cameroon, Egypt, Togo, all those Ghana, and we beat them. And we beat them. So what else can be fun? You know, behind beating the big nations like Ghana, Egypt, than going to the Cup of Nations. I personally think, you know, I have achieved more than going to the Cup of Nations. So it was for me, you know, if I would have to do it all over again, you know, I'll stay with the Fabish national team.
Nice. And you know what? I was just looking at it, man. You scored so many goals for the national team, the Warriors, and playing alongside legends like Proton and Raman Gum. How was it back then?
Oh, I mean, it was. You see, the thing is, Fabish, I can say he brought the cream together. And you know how it is when you play, you know, with the cream of the country. It was one oiled team. You know, he knew what he was doing. You know, he brought every talent that he could, you know, identify. So it was an honor for me to play with such players like Peter Ndlovu. You know, he was a hit in England in the Premier League. Bruce Grobler, you know, Raman Gumbo, Messi Disibanda, the late, rest in peace, Willard Kumalo, Francis Shonai. I can go on, and the list, you know, the list has got big names, and I was part of it. So, you know, I'm great, and, you know, I'm honored to be part of that team, to play with those guys.
All right, I understand. Back then, Fabish was leading our dream team. What kind of a coach was he like?
Oh, he was, I can say, he was very good at this. Uh, I don't know whether is it part of coaching or part of not coaching, but one thing for sure, what he was good at, if you could scout a team, let's say we are playing next game, we are playing against South Africa, you would go and spy on them and watch the way they play and how the system they are using and what kind of formation we can play and what kind of players he can play so that we can neutralize the way they want to play. He was very good at that. You know, that's why every game that we played, he would have his friends in Germany send him a video of the team that we are playing next, how they play on the road, how they play at home. So he was very good at that. He was more like a Moreno, you know, Chelsea, you know, like now with Tottenham. He was more like that. He can actually know how to, you know, to go about the system, depending on the team that we play. So he was a genius. I can tell you, he was a genius. Yeah.
All right, so right now we're going to take a short break, but do not hang up because I'm coming back right now. Yes,
Okay.
I have digital Vitalis Takawira right here on Living Legends, proudly brought to you by Proton Bakers Crunchy Cookies. Our message to you is that wash your hands, stay safe, and keep a distance of at least 1 meter apart. Do not go away because we'll be right back after this short. The second segment of Living Legends, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope I find you well in the comfort of your homes in this midst of this pandemic. We just say stay at home, stay safe. Let's all keep a social distance of at least 1 meter, and let's all adhere to the government's precautions. Together, we will overcome this period we are in. And proudly brought to you by Proton Baker's Crunchy Cookies. We say thank you so much for the maximum support you're giving us. Yes, I have Vitalis Digital right here on Living Legends Digital. Are you here with me?
Yes, I'm right here. I'm right here with you.
Nice. I understand you left Dimbari Dynamos to join the foreign leagues, and you left for Switzerland to play for Winterthur and Kansas. Tell me about the experience in the foreign land.
Oh yeah, I mean, like my first contract was in FC Reindhard in Switzerland, and the major problem for me when I got there it was the adjusting to the weather. Switzerland is very cold. It was cold. It was the first time being in a cold situation, playing outdoor. It was snowing, so it was a little bit of an adjustment for me. But playing wise, it didn't really matter a lot. I mean, beside being everything, beside being professional, everything, you have to know what to eat, you have to know what time to how to get up, how to take care of your body. So for me it was more of an adjustment to being professional than actually being playing. But at the same time too, you get experience by playing. Then when I moved to Switzerland was more like a base, like a foundation for me, knowing the basic professionalism. Then when I moved to America, it was something different too. And the weather was cold too. But now I had a little bit of experience, with the cold weather. So it wasn't really like a big, big deal for me, weather-wise. But the missing the only difference was you are used to a home cooking meal. You have to adjust to their diet and all that. But you can adjust. I adjusted quickly. But then wise, it was something that I had a good experience. I was learning the different culture, or different soccer culture, how they play, in America, and being experienced in Switzerland, European soccer. And now I had an African soccer in my blood. Now I experienced European soccer. Now I'm in America now. So it really helped me a lot, because I had to add the two together to prove myself in the United States. So it was a pretty smooth ride and a good ride for
All
me.
right, nice. I understand. Still in the United States of America, they named you MVP in 2000, and later in 2002, you helped the team to get the title. How was it, and how was the experience to help the team in a foreign land to get the title of the league?
And you know what? Anything that you achieve as a soccer player, anything that you accomplish, it's something that you cherish every time. Every time, like I get an honor. For me, it's something that I cherish every time. And I mean, especially when you are a foreigner, you can ask any other soccer player, any other athlete that plays abroad, that when you are a foreigner, when you play outside the country, you have to work extra hard. You have to to show that you are not on the same level with the local guys, because otherwise they will just say, what, we can just put in a local guy. Why do we waste all this to bring in a foreigner? So when you are a foreigner, like I said, you have to work extra hard. So for me, that was my forte: work extra hard, and it repaid me. We won the championship, and I was mostly on like player of the month, top goal scorer for my team. So it really helped me, having in my back mind that what, I'm a foreigner, I need to work extra hard.
All right, nice. Back home, you're one of the most decorated soccer star from Zimbabwe. Which one can you describe as your best highlight of your career?
Oh, now that's see, uh, every game that I played for, whether I played for Dynamos, for national team, I always try to play hard, and I always try to give effort as much as I can. But for me to sing one game that or one highlight that I will say is my best highlight, what, I will be lying to you. But what I can tell you is, every time, to me, every time I break a record, I'll consider that as my best highlight. For instance, like when I played my first game national team under Reindhard against South Africa, they were just readmitted to international level, and I scored the first goal. To me, that's one of the achievements I would say, it's my best highlight. Then when I scored 3 goals against Cameroon, you know, I mean that was I was the first player to score a hat trick on international level. That's a great achievement. That's one of my highlights. My best highlight. Then when I took my first goal scoring championship in Zimbabwe, that was one of the achievement that I highlight as the best. Then what else? I can go on and on, but like I said, every time I break the record, it's an achievement for me. It's one of the best highlights for me. I even scored. I think when I scored 4 goals against, I think it was Mangura in Rufaro. I was the first player to score 4 goals in a league game against Mangura. It's one of the achievements. So every time I break a record or every time I set a record, that's when I said, you know what, I've achieved it's one of my best highlights. But not taking away every game that I played, because every game that I played, I always play good and score some goals. But this one stands above the rest.
Nice. All right. Turning into your coaching career, you have attended and you have done a lot of coaching courses. Has it helped you in any way in your coaching career?
Oh yes, yeah, it helps a lot to understand the game on a different level. Because when you play, when the coach says something, you'll be like, what is he talking about? He doesn't know anything what he's talking about. But now, but now I'm into their shoes now. So one, you have to understand the the what can I say? You have to understand. It's not about just coaching. It's about coaching and managing the players too. So right now, when I go to a coaching course, they'll teach you that how to coach the game too, but mostly they'll teach you how to manage. How to manage the game, how to manage the players. It's all about managing. And coaching comes there, because coaching, you can change the strategy anytime. You can change the system, but you have to manage players. You have to manage this. So now I coach like youth soccer, and the thing is like you coach them, but you still have to manage them. And now this one, to make matters worse, you are dealing with kids, unlike
It's
adults.
13
Adults
hours.
understand better than kids. So it helps me a lot, one, to be patient, and two, how to deal with kids, So hopefully to help me when I start coaching elder guys, so that it will be a little bit easier for me, because you are dealing with adults unlike kids. So it really
All
helped me a
right, we're
lot.
going to take a short break, but tukuzogame manje. Yes, I have Vitalis Digital Takawira, all-time Zim player, right here on Living Legends, proudly brought to you by Proton. Because our message to you is stay at home, stay safe, and let's all keep a social distance of at least 1 meter apart. Do not go. Segment of Living Legends, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying yourselves as much as we're doing back in the studio, and I hope I find you well in the comfort of your homes. Let's all stay home, let's all adhere to the government's precautions, and let's all keep at least 1 meter apart, our social distance as usual. Together we will fight and overcome this disease. Yes, I have Vitalis, and this is the last segment of Living Legends, proudly brought to you by Proton Baker's Crunchy Cookies. Vitalis, I can see you have joined me already.
Yes, I'm right there. I'm still
Uh,
here.
can you just tell me your best combination? I know this is a little secret. Everyone has got their best combination in the game.
Oh, like you mean the best person I played with? Oh, no doubt about that. That's an easy question. Chawaya Mrewa, when we are partnered with Chawaya Mrewa, I mean, we could understand each other very well. I would probably say that was one of the best combination that I've ever had. Flying Doctor, Chawaya Mrewa.
Nice. All right. So tell me, with this current situation that is going on, with this COVID-19 going on, how are you coping, and how has it affected your work?
Oh yeah, it has affected our work. Actually, the whole world, the whole world right now is at standstill. Nothing is moving. and especially on sport, like I'm into sport, I'm into coaching, I'm into running the academy. So it has really halted everything right now, and it's affecting the kids too, and everybody who loves sport. So it's right now it's not a good situation. It is not.
Okay, so when the world has win a war against coronavirus, what can you suggest can be done to the Zimbabwean sports to improve it as a whole?
I mean, once we win this war, which I believe we're gonna do, we're gonna win it. Nothing stays forever. We're gonna eventually win this. What I'm suggesting is, you know, since we've been crumbled, since we've been brought to our knees, now we need to start crawling again before we start running. Then after we crawl, we walk, then we walk, then we start running. So we have to take step by step, you know, just, going to I wouldn't suggest like what the European people do, like to play the game in an empty stadium. So my suggestion is we better take your time. Let's take our time so that, once it's safe, then we can resume the games, having fans into the stadium. Because most of the sports in Zimbabwe, we rely on gate takings. So it wouldn't be nice, to play games into an empty stadium and where there's nobody out there, you know. So what I'm saying is like we need to, once it's safe, then we can, resume slow by slow, you know.
All right. So do you have any suggestions of how we can uh, improve and work on the after effects of this pandemic?
It's what I can say is, to still continue, being safe, and and just be conscious of what we do, and keep on, the sanitizing, and washing your hands every now and then, so that it doesn't bounce back, because we don't want this thing to bounce back again through sport. So what I suggest is, just keep on doing the precaution that we've been doing, and hopefully it doesn't bounce back, because this is something that you cannot predict whether it's going to come back, whether it doesn't come back. We never saw it coming. So I think we should be careful, when we're moving forward.
All right, so Vitalis, that's the thing. Zim football has changed a lot. It's no longer the same as in the days of February. Do you think something can be done? What suggestions can you give?
The thing is, like, we have killed our junior police. That's one thing. That's all I can tell you. We need to start doing back to the days whereby the juniors, recruit, let them, let's have teams like Zifa should say every Premier League team should have a junior police, U14, U16, U18. I came from that, junior police. A lot of players, and I can tell you this, when I played for Dynamos U14, 16, 18, I enjoyed it. It was like playing for the first team. It was like playing for Dynamo's first team. Indeed, I was playing for the juniors, for the U14. They took care of us. They actually build us for the future. So by the time you play in the first team, you are ready and you know what you're facing. So we need to restructure our junior police back to where it was before. That's the only solution right now to improve the game in Zimbabwe. But it only starts with the Zifa. You
All right, so right now in Zimbabwe, we are at 14-day lockdown. What message do you have for the citizens who are failing to comply with the government in terms of them to stay at home?
What I can say is, my fellow Zimbabweans, please comply with the government. I'm here in the United States of America, as you can read by the news, as you can see it on TV. We are in a war zone. This thing is there. It's for real, and it's killing. So please, 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 I beg you, comply with the rules. Stay home. Don't go anywhere unnecessary unless you have to. Wash your hands every time. Don't touch your face. Sanitize. And I know we are in a tough situation, because most of the people in Zimbabwe, they live on a day-to-day living, and paycheck to paycheck. But please, health is important. Life is important, than death. So please stay at home and comply. Eventually, it's gonna come to an end. Nothing stays forever. This is gonna come to an end, and when it ends, we're gonna be smiling and hugging each other and say, "Hey, we made it." So please, try to comply with the rules.
Nice. Any message of hope to the rest of the Zimbabweans?
There's always a hope. No matter how low you go, no matter how down you go, you cannot go any down further than that. So hope is coming. this will eventually come to an end. And we just have to pray and hope that sooner or later it's gonna end.
All right. So are there any plans of coming back home to help with the football career?
Oh yeah, I'm planning one day. Yeah, of course, home is home, and hopefully I'll come back and help Zimbabwe football. But right now I'm trying to get the right, the right on the right frame, like the coaching, the on the administration side, and everything, so that by the time I come home, I'll be ready, to take the Zimbabwean game into another level.
Nice. So do you have family that side?
Oh yes, I have family. Oh yeah, I have family here. I'm married to my wife, Chipo, and we're blessed with 4 kids. My daughter, she's 26 years old. Then I have my son, Vitalis. My daughter's name is Fallen. Fallen.
Oh.
And my son, Vitalis Jr. is 20 years old. Then I have my twin boys. They are 12, 11 years old. So, I wouldn't ask for anything more than that. My family, I've been here with my family, and like you said, right now we're in isolation. So you know there's nothing better to spend more time with your family. That's why I'm urging Zimbabweans to stay home, enjoy this time with your family, get to know the family, you know everybody in your family that you didn't know about. So it's a bad time, but it's a good time too to spend time with your family.
Okay, takanzwa kuti men's association yakakumbira kuti munopota tokumbira ngomba chechisuduruka tichizodzoka kumba ndezveshiwa
Ah,
here.
Kutozvakadaro.
All right, thank you so much for joining me tonight.
No problem. Yeah, it's my pleasure, to be
Any
able
last
to
word
you
that
guys.
you want to say to any upcoming Vitalis who's looking at us tonight?
Oh yeah, I mean it's whatever. Put work to whatever you wanna do, and you can achieve whatever you wanna do. Like they always say, sky is the limit. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this. Especially in sport, give it your best. Then if you don't succeed, but deep down in your heart, you know what, I didn't succeed, but I gave the best that I can, do. Then you can look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, I'm proud of myself. And don't let anybody brings you down. Don't let anybody tell you you cannot do this. Be confident in whatever you do. Even not in sport, even in real life. Be confident in whatever you can do, and you can achieve it. That's all I have to say. For the young kids who are coming up, you can be whatever you wanna be, and don't stop unless you reach your goals.
All right, it was a great time having you on Living Legends, and thank you so much. I understand you guys are 7 hours behind, and you decided to wake up so that we can be with us tonight. Thank you so much.
Yes, we are 7 hours behind, but here I'm here. Anything for my country.
Thank you, thank you. May God bless you, and may you stay safe.
Thank you. God bless you too.
Digital Takawira, the first goal in Wiz history, and then the digital crawl. There's the shot, turned aside by Hudak, but Digital there for the rebound. No mistake, and there it is. You're going to see it a lot, Kansas City. It's the crawl, y'all.
All right, that was Vitalis Digital Takawira right here on Living Legends. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you had a great time as much as we did back in the studio. I must love you guys and leave you, but do not despair, because next week I'm back again, same time, same place, with another legend who will have joined us via Skype. Our message to you is that stay safe, stay at home. Let's all wash our hands every time we can. 20 seconds under running water. Let's all keep a social distance of at least 1 meter, and let's all adhere to the government's precautions. From the Living Legends production crew that made this show possible tonight, our proud sponsors, Proton, our bakers. Goodbye and see you next week.